It's very rare that you actually get to merge what you do with what you believe in. The Matrix, we had a life-changing experience making it. And when you have that kind of experience, we had to come back.
I went to Japan with Larry and Andy Wachowski in 1999 to do a Japanese press junket. And while we were there, the boys were interested in meeting all the anime directors because they were fans and we were trying to figure out a way to use it. I remember on the plane ride back, Larry sat down with a yellow pad and kind of mapped out this scheme that we would do where we would have the movie and the video game and these animated stories and how they would all kind of interact together. Boys wanted to find high-end Japanese animation directors who could bring to the table their own style and their own ideas. The brothers wrote 4 of the episodes themselves and collaborated with the directors on the other episodes. When we started to create the Animatrix, they had this idea of doing a very intense story that would set up the through line of Reloaded and Revolution. So essentially it would be Matrix 1.5 before you get to 2.
Zion has to be one.
How?
Someone has to get to a drop point.
Andy actually wrote this video game, Enter the Matrix. It directly relates to the Final Flight of the Osiris.
In the video game, there's certain information from the film footage that you don't get from the movie.
We used Master Wu Ping and his team to do all of the fight moves in the game. They created moves for us that will blow your mind. There's just nothing that's even close to it.
When do I get to punch somebody?
The idea is that we're going to make both these movies, Matrix 2 and 3, at the same time, with it's one giant movie.
It's been very, very deep and more difficult and more beautiful.
The way that they tell a story, the physical action that they create, the elements of new cinema and technologies to create images are unparalleled.
Reloaded is going to be unstoppably watchable. There are things in Reloaded that nobody's ever seen before.
Mr. Anderson, surprised to see me?
Call it Matrix Squared and Matrix Cubed because I think those are the levels it's going to.
If the Matrix was an undertaking, this is a super undertaking.
This really is the first story that's being told in multiple mediums. It would be a good idea to see Final Flight, to play the video game, to watch Reloaded, to watch the Animatrix. I think if you go through that process and see all that and experience all that, I think it'll make it really a glorious experience.